I'm Dr. Akilah Cadet, and this is Humane Rights, a show that flips the traditional talk show on its head. This isn't about debate, it's about dialogue. Each episode, I invite guests from different walks of life to unpack the messy, beautiful realities of being human. Welcome to Humane Rights, where being human is the ultimate act of resistance. Hey.
Hi.
I am so excited to have you here in our studio. We're going to have some fun today.
I'm excited.
Mainly because we're talking to a motherfucking champion. So congratulations.
Thank you. That's the best way it's ever been put.
I mean, it's a big deal. We have Laura Geist, General Manager for the Oakland Ballers, which we're so proud of. I would love for you to introduce yourself, but before you do an intro of how wonderful and amazing you are, I would love for you to do an image description, and I'll role model it for you.
Okay.
So, as you know, my name is Akilah. I get to be the host of this wonderful podcast. We're in the Golden Studio, which we love so much, and I kind of matched today because I'm wearing a yellow lace dress from Doan. It's see-through, so you're welcome, single men. And I am wearing a black jacket, and it's my jacket that I designed for the SF Giants, which I'm really proud of, with the floral design in the front. My long golden braids are going back behind the chair, and I'm seated across from Laura Geist, who's on a wonderful leather couch. And tell us about you. Tell us your pronouns.
So I'm Laura Geist, she, her. I am sitting on this wonderful leather couch, as aforementioned. I feel like I'm dressed up today because I'm wearing pants that button. So I have some jeans.
I feel special.
And a black baller sweatshirt with it's our signature logo with the big B in the middle, and some black shoes.
Well, you look great.
Well, thank you. And I was going to say the blonde hair with nature's highlights coming through.
Well, I also have nature's highlights in here too. They're a little hidden, but beautiful blue eyes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. We are part of the Light Eye crew, so people think we're mad, but it's really just the sun.
It's just the sun.
Just the sun.
It's the sun. Always.
It's just the sun.
Or headlights.
Or headlights. Flash. The flash.
Never.
It's a very challenging
It
life.
is. I feel so seen in this moment.
I know. I always have to say, I see you. So you are the general manager of the Ballers. How else would you describe yourself? Like with what you do?
Yeah. So, well, I was going to say, I'm the general manager of the Ballers. I'm a mom to two amazing girls. My husband is Nick. I'm an Oakland third generation resident.
Yes.
So, and really I think when people think of baseball and they think of the general manager, they think of the person who's out there scouting and doing deals and that type of thing. And it's a little bit different.
Penis.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
There's not many of us without. But in the minor leagues, I have an amazing vice president of baseball operations, Don Wakamatsu, and Tyler Peterson, and our coaching crew do an amazing job doing the player part of it, which is why we're champions.
Yeah.
That was my job. That is not where we would be. So I mainly am in the operations function. So anything that happens operationally on the business side, as well as Raimondi Park, even if we're if the Ballers aren't playing in it, comes under my purview. And then the best part of my job is I get to do community relations. Yeah. So that's my favorite part.
My favorite part is that you're a fellow woman in sports, which I think is really, really great. And I think your role is important for so many reasons, because it's the fans to communities to the players and obviously to the ops. To make everything happen. I also love that you have quite the tech career at some startups like Microsoft,
small little companies,
Google.
You may have heard of them.
Yeah,
before.
yeah. Ooh, they're gonna make it. And I'm just really proud of you for making a switch. A lot of people don't understand the transferable skill set that happens there.
Totally.
But you're just like, I'm kind of losing my soul a little bit. I would like to find it again. And you found it in Raimondi Park, which is really important to note, because it's in West Oakland, and we film and record here in Berkeley, California. Raimondi Park has such a rich history for Oakland, with so many different movements and activism, and the Black Panthers, and that's honored through and through with the Ballers organization, which is just really, really great. And just, it's nice to see just nice to see you as another fellow team who's like, no, we love Oakland. This is where we want to be. And we know we can only be successful with our community.
That's right.
And so thank you for that.
Well, thank you. And likewise, I mean, I think there's, the Roots have been, I've loved them since the day they came. And soccer is actually how I got this job with the Ballers. So I coached Paul Friedman, who is our CEO and co-founder, his daughter. We met at Raimondi Field. And so,
That's so cute.
It's a full circle moment that we sit in this place and get to do this amazing work in community in West Oakland. My grandfather ran a foundry supply store in West Oakland as a kid over on Poplar. And so to see the long transformation of West Oakland and like what's happened as a result of, some of the real estate and city planning decisions to such a vibrant and wonderful community, and now to watch it have this resurgence has been just really incredible. And I feel super honored to be a part of it. I feel super honored to be a part of something doing good for the city that I love so much. So I was inspired by the Roots, quite honestly, like that sports could look like that. Sports could be like that.
And we the Roots and Soul love the Ballers love Roots and Soul. And the first game I went to, which I loved, your head of security is also our head of security. And so I was like, this is weird and fun all at the same time. And I realized that as a result of that, I get special treatment at both the games,
which is well deserved.
Which is
you
not,
should
which
have
I
special
know.
treatment.
I was just like, this is great. So I was able to get insights and just see what you're able to do. And I think there's not a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to have the magic of a game where you just go there and you're like, oh, I feel home. I feel seen. This feels like really, really good. And it felt good. Although I do have a note for you.
Say more.
Okay. So like any time there's like a game, like the hat game or something or whatever, and then whoever wins, it's like, give yourself an A. You shouldn't do that. You should give yourself a B.
Okay.
For Ballers.
Oh, for Ballers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. It's a branding note.
It is a branding note.
Yeah. And the whole time I was like, no, you don't want to give yourself an A.
No,
A B.
give yourself a B.
And
we aim for B's here.
A for B's. Yeah. And B is for Ballers.
Yeah.
B is for Ballers.
Yeah.
And
A could be representing something else.
Right. Well, and they don't like us anymore.
Well, yeah, they've shown that.
Or my hometown of Sacramento. So I'm just like, you doubly offended me. Athletic A's. You're just the athletics.
Well, it'll say Sacramento across the front next
No, it doesn't.
season.
No.
Next season, I thought. No?
No,
Okay.
it's a whole thing.
Okay.
My mom gives me the updates.
Moms are good like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
What does humane rights mean to you?
That's a great question. I mean, obviously it's a play on human rights, but I think it's almost like that that next level, right? So you have like what people call basic human rights, which I think we've also sort of lost the thread on a little bit, right? Yeah. But this is like offering it in a way that is compassionate, comes with empathy, leads with care. You can offer housing or you can offer a home, right? Like I think there's a distinction in that.
Whoa. I wasn't ready for that.
So when I think about that, right, like I think so often the things that like people put into this place of like, oh, well, this is a basic human right, but we have to do it at the lowest, least possible quality value type. I think humane comes with more of that. There's also a level of care and there's a level of quality and there's a level of value that we should also be placing on these things because we're humans. Yeah. Right. It's not a given, I think. Yeah. So that's what I think of when I think about that.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, no, that was a good one. That we'll have to bring that out as a clip because there's a distinction between giving someone housing and a home. So I always encourage people to say houselessness instead of homeless. Yeah. Right? Because homeless, if you go for the term homeless, people, for whatever situation, they have a home. Yeah. whatever it may be look like, a car or a tent or the street, that's the home that they're given with. They don't have that physical infrastructure of that house. And I think that's really where you're kind of getting into that connection of humanity. Why did you want to, and I know I alluded to this earlier, but why did you say I would love to be part of this team in the Pioneer League that people may not know anything about? So I would love for you to share, talk about the Pioneer. I have to do this all the time too with the USL, United Soccer League, but the Pioneer League and why you wanted to make that jump, because you could have stayed in the tech world. Yeah, because you have all the greatest hits. I do that.
My hit list is pretty good.
Yeah.
And it was funny. Paul had reached out and said, you've been, part of youth sports, and I was on the board of the Oakland Girls Softball League and knew a lot of people in North Oakland Little League, South Oakland Little League, Knowlesville, as it's more commonly referred to. And Paul had asked to make some introductions just around youth sports. And so did that. And then, I thought there's no way they're ever going to do this. So they did. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? You're going to need someone to organize your life. You're going to need someone who can come in and, I don't know, build a ballpark and do some of these other things. Build a baseball stadium.
Yeah.
I say that like I had any experience or idea how to do that. I did not. But as a program manager, right, that's what you do. You build scaffolding and guardrails around projects. Right. And so I figured I could do that part. And, Paul will always go on record saying, I begged you not to take this job. I begged you to keep your RSUs and your, good health care and all the things. But I think there was a moment, my kids are getting older. I could, with the A's leaving, with the Raiders leaving, with the Warriors leaving, sports in Oakland had always been a thing that united us, right? That it was a place where all of us could come together, and no matter how we felt about whether it's the city or politics or whatever else was going on in our environment.
Or if they were winning or losing,
right? This was a place where we could all connect. And right, I've been here my whole life, so there were lots of big periods of losing. Yeah. And then, lots of great periods of winning too. Yeah. And you start to take away that collective tissue of a community, and then all you're left with is difference. Yeah. We needed things that were going to bring us together. We needed something to communally cheer for. And so, I feel it when I walk back into the Coliseum. Yeah. And that feeling you get of this shared, the first time I was there and then someone started chanting Roots, and I started going, Ray, and I'm like, oh, put it back in your mouth. That's not the right chant. That's not the right cheer. But it, so when the opportunity arose, I thought I'm bored and I'm burnt out in this tech life. I sit at a desk. I have the same conversations every day. I feel a little like an imposter. Most of the time I'm talking about these big concepts and speeds and feeds, and I don't really actually know what they do, and I can't see sort of the tangible results of what happens from my day in and day out. And I thought, this is a chance to come home, right? This is a chance to give back to a place that's given me so much. Mm-hmm. And, the Pioneer League is not Major League Baseball. And we are an independent league that works to help give more players an opportunity to chase that dream. Yeah. And so, here's this league. It's giving people access to an opportunity to move on and advance. We have the best fan base in the world. I will stand on that. They need something to cheer for. Yes. We have this incredible opportunity to play at this park and play in this place that's seen a little bit of a renaissance, but we can certainly be a part of helping to drive that forward. I got to do this. Mm-hmm. And it is the hardest job I have ever had in my entire life, hands down, but also by far the most rewarding. Yeah. It's so much fun.
Sports are fun.
Sports are fun.
It's interesting how you left a male-dominated industry and went into another male-dominated industry.
I seem to like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. But you're in the position where you have more opportunity for creativity and the connecting the dots of it all and the storytelling along with community. Walk me through winning a championship, because this is the third, fourth?
Second.
This is the second year?
Uh-huh.
What? Pandemic time was hard.
Yeah, well,
after
time's a flat
I was like,
surface.
what
Sure.
is happening? So this is year 2, and you are the Pioneer League champions of 2025.
Yeah.
And I will always bring that up when I see you.
Great.
Yeah. So how does that, walk me through that? How does that feel?
It feels incredible. I really think, and you know, I'm sort of the mom around the clubhouse, and I just sort of naturally go into that role, and I'm good friends with, right? It's like momager.
Babies. Yeah.
Totally.
But also the staff. I'm like, what happened? What's wrong? Well, I just wish you were here, because I was like, okay, you know.
But it is.
Cute.
It's one, and I think that's also just part of nature, our nature, right? Like I want to make sure people are cared for and taken care of, and that they're having a good experience, and you know, that they have the things that they need to go be successful.
Yeah.
So, so watching, it was like watching my kids win a championship, and I also got to be a part of it, real, like not the vicarious part, like it was actually real.
Yeah.
So that part was pretty great. I think, you know, we went to Idaho Falls for the first 2 games of the championship series, and we lost. And that plane ride home was not fun. But we knew, I think all of us knew, that if we could pull off Wednesday, we had it.
Yeah.
And we pulled off Wednesday, and the fans showed up, and the players showed up, and they knew they wanted it, and they wanted to do it at home, and they wanted to do it for this city. And then even when the score is like 8-1, we were all just sitting there going like, okay, all right. I don't know. So nervous, right? Like, no, you're not in the lucky position. Move, get to the left of me, get to the right. You're doing all the things, right, to make it so that it's going to happen. And then that last pitch, and looking up and seeing Connor and his face, Connor's our closer, and watching everyone rush the field, it was an out-of-body experience. Like, I'm still not sure that it has sunk in that that's what happened, right? Like, I still hear it, and I'm like, there's no way that this happened. And then, of course it happened, right? Like, this team was super special. They all really liked each other. They all really wanted to win for one another. And watching that, the first half, we won the first half, and you could kind of see the magic, and then you watched it continue on through the rest of the season, and it was just like, I don't want to jinx it, but there's something very magical about this group of people and this group of players, and watching them take the field for each other. They're not only playing really well, but they're having fun. And I think that they would laugh at me, because every time they'd go onto the field, they'd be like, go have fun. Like, go have fun with your friends. Go have a good play date. Yeah. Right? But I think that was you know, and they'd all laugh and be like, okay, people, you don't say that stuff. I'm like, but I do. And you're laughing, and you're looser as a result of it. So go have fun.
Have fun.
Have fun. This is supposed to be fun.
It is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Sports are supposed to be fun.
Sports are supposed to be fun.
Particularly for the players first, but second, the fans. Yeah. Like, they are also supposed to have fun and enjoy the experience that is, you know, being provided. And again, and I will reiterate this over and over again, Oakland is an iconic sports city. 100%. And we have lost so much, and the Ballers have given the city so much too, which I think is crucial. Like, it's us, it's Oakland Roots Soul Ballers, that we're keeping that history going. And you have brought the city the first championship outside of the championship teams who left us.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we always, no one's coming to save us. No. So Oakland's going to have to save itself.
Right.
And that, I think, has always been our mentality and our mindset. And so, from how we are covered in the news, to how we engage with our fan base, to how we engage with the community, right? Like, Oakland has always found a way to save itself. And it has a very rich history of people standing up when it wasn't easy or convenient, and doing what was right for its people. And, and I do think that sports is just a critical piece of that. It is in the DNA. It is part of the fabric.
Yeah.
And you can't take that, right?
No.
You can move a team, you can do all of those things, but you cannot take the soul of a city. You can't do it.
Which is why the fans are so special. And also, I think the thing that's most unique about our teams are our community investment rounds.
100%.
So giving people an opportunity to say, like, I want to invest an affordable amount, making it an inclusive way to invest and be there for the team. And so when you have your $100 or $10,000 or $500,000, whatever you put into it, you're able to say, I am part of this.
Yeah.
I feel seen and to be celebrated.
I belong here.
Right?
Not only do I belong here, but they want me to belong here.
Right.
And I think that's the part that I think has been missing in a lot of different professional sports environments. I mean, like the Green Bay Packers are known for having fan ownership, right?
But it's not.
But it's not the same. Secret.
People should know that.
Well, and I think like in this frame, it really is, and I think it's in the like I belong here and they want me here, and also what I say and what I think matters back.
Yeah.
Right. Like my feedback is important because I have a stake here.
Yeah.
And it's not just because I bought a ticket, right? Like obviously we want the fan experience to be exceptional for anyone who comes. Mm-hmm. But we also really want our investors, and we've been lucky in that they do provide a ton of feedback.
Thank you, investors.
Well, and it is like, and they're the ones who, you know, show up for the games and buy the merch and do like have the strongest sense of support. And so having that insight in terms of what they want and how they would like us to show up is helpful. Right? Because we're a tiny little team that runs the show.
We all are.
Yeah.
Tiny doing this. One of my favorite things though is just to be out in the wilds and I see a Ballers hat and I'm like, I know them. You know,
we're friends.
We're like, you know, we're friends. I mean, I have my Ballers merch too. I'm stuck on which hat I'm gonna get. I'm narrowing it down, but
you can get a variety. We can talk about
it. I'm really in my hat era, but I think the thing that is just really important about the thread and the fabric and just the rich history of Oakland is that your championship brings an excitement and joy, you know, back into the city. Your game day experience brings the joy. It gets us back to those feelings of like, yeah, shit's fucked up.
Yep.
But we have this thing that is ours, that we're able to grow, which I love. Also, we were both in the New York Times together, I'm realizing, for the piece of how we're saving Oakland. Yeah.
I mean, well, but that's the other part. Like, there's not a lot of other teams in either of our leagues that are going to get a New York Times story.
Right. Well, but that's a testament to how we are legit changing the game.
Yeah.
And I can't thank you enough for that.
Well, and I think that there is a market that people see that there's a market for what we're doing, that being a community-based organization is actually a good thing.
It's a good thing.
There's value in that, right? Doing good things for your community is rewarded more than just having a successful business, right? It's rewarding in bringing disparate parts of a community together. It's, you know, like you said, the world is on fire right now. And so if you can give 50 kids an opportunity to come forget about the world burning for a second, that's a gift.
Let's do it.
Right? And I think both of our clubs work really hard to make sure that those types of opportunities are available.
Yeah.
And then, you know, selfishly, it's wildly rewarding on the other side of that.
Speaking of rewarding, who is single within the Ballers? Front office, back office, I can't date a player. They're too young for me. That's what you really need to work on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to answer it now.
I was going to say, I'm actually like thinking very hard.
Yeah.
And I don't.
It's very simple. I'm just looking for a guy who's single.
But I'm going to work on that.
Single, not married. You have to say that now. Yeah.
What is single married?
On dating apps.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair.
Yeah.
I've been out of the game for a minute.
Yeah. I love that so much for you, but it's on fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dating cult is on
Got it.
fire. Yeah.
Got it. All right. I'm going to work on that. That
Yeah.
will be next on my list of to-dos.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just
I
here for it.
wholeheartedly appreciate it. Honestly, I really do. I'm curious, what advice would you give someone who would want to make a shift from a non-traditional career, getting into tech, who is a woman?
Getting into tech or getting into sports?
Getting out of tech,
Getting out of tech.
So leaving a non-traditional career,
Yeah.
getting into sports. Like, who's a woman, specifically a woman? Because we need more women.
We do.
In admin and ownership
Yep.
in sports. But what advice would you have?
So I very much recognize how lucky I got in the relationship that I had existing with our CEO, right? Like that is a very lucky turn of events to happen.
Same happened to me.
Yeah. So, but and you probably do the same thing, right? Speak on panels,
Yep.
talk to a lot of women who are interested in getting into sports.
Yep.
And oftentimes the questions I get almost start with an apology for being a woman, right? Like I don't know how to sort of operate in this space. I'm like, as yourself. Like, as a matter of fact, I think you should lean all the way in to being a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, diverse opinions make better outcomes. So if all you have is a room of men making these decisions, you're missing out on 50% of your fan base that comes to these games, right? Because it's not all men that go to games, right? And
but women also think about non-binary folks and
That's
the
true.
LGBTQ plus community. That doesn't happen in just straight men's sports.
Well, and I think that's the thing. I think women want to be the ones that are like, come on in, right? It's why we get the mom role in a lot of capacities, right? We want to make sure that everyone's okay.
Yeah.
And think sort of longer down the road on those things. And, also to the practical things, like we're, talking about potentially putting bathrooms in and making sure that there's more stalls. Right? Like just more stalls, just sort of the basics, right? But that kind of thinking. And so I do think for women especially, talk to everyone, make sure that you have a big network because you just don't know where that next opportunity is going to come from. I got my shot because I coached youth sports. I am a soccer referee. Like that, if this didn't work out, I was just going to go get my B license and go coach a high school program someplace. But
So B was in your future.
B was in my future no matter what, no matter what. And so, but I do think it's be persistent, expand the network. You don't know where that next role is ever going to come from. Try everything. Yeah. Right. So even if, and sports is a game where you hear it all the time, right? You have to work from the bottom up. Yeah. In a lot of different roles. So if you're going to be seasonal staff, be the best seasonal staff that you can possibly be. Show up, do more. Ask where you can be of service. Hey, I saw this thing happen and I have this idea. Right? And I think just show up and keep showing up as yourself and keep bringing your ideas. I think oftentimes women also show up to that table very much how I was showing up in tech, right? As a imposter syndrome, right? Does what I say have value? Is what I'm going to do going to work out? Yeah. And I think you really do have to sort of lean into that, like, no bad ideas in a brainstorm, right? Yeah. Throw them out there. They may not all get picked up on, but you have to keep trying. Yeah. And so I do think that whole like, well, I know I'm an outlier. It's like, like also women's sports is having a moment. Women in sports is having a moment. Yep. And in ways where, not also in the traditional roles, like not just in PR and comms and not in just the host, HR. Right? Like HR, right? So like, and I think the more of that we see, I mean, our first year we had a female pitcher, right? Like that was incredible. Yeah. But the more that you start to see that and the more that you put that out there and young women and girls can see like, oh, there's a path here for me. Yeah. Then I think it becomes a thing that you can dream a little bit more. But I think we can make it so that it's the same as what you would want to do in any other job, right? Like be the persistence part of it, talk to everyone. Just talk to everyone and reach out. You never know, right? I'm not always the greatest in the time management space, but any person who reaches out and wants to learn more, I will try to make space for that, right? Like I don't always have a ton of roles available, but I will try to provide some sort of guidance or help in that way. I think, oftentimes we pigeonhole ourselves into lots of different places, right? And I see it with our players who are done playing. They're like, well, I do baseball. Yeah. It's like, I know, but think about it. You're an athlete, but you've been surrounded by this world your whole life. So you don't see that you know how to take a loss and keep it moving. Whereas a lot of people don't know how to do that. You also know how to take a win. You're natural salespeople. That's what salespeople do, right? Like you've traveled all over the globe and you speak 3 different languages. Well, international relations might be a spot for you.
Right. It's the transferable skill set
Totally.
where people forget that works.
Yep.
And that's what you're able to do. You have a tech background and you went into sports. I have a health background and I own teams in sports. Like, these things are important. And I think representation means we have to be out and we have to talk. But I want to get back to you real quick. What do you do that brings you a pocket of joy?
So I will be totally honest. This job gives me lots of joy.
You are the person. You are the unicorn.
I'm the unicorn.
Yay.
I really do love this job. But outside of that, obviously my kids and my family bring me a ton of joy.
You have to say that.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're contractually obligated. Yes. Yeah.
No taken. And then I think I mentioned this before, but I'm a youth soccer referee and I do love doing that too.
What ages?
All of
ages.
them.
Wow.
So 8 to 18.
Oh, yeah.
The littles are the
littles
best.
are very fun.
Can I give you a hug? Sure. That's okay. Great. Do you have a whistle? I do have a
It's my own
whistle.
whistle.
I have this very sweet outfit that I get to wear. All of it. But it is, I believe in youth sports. I think that they are critically important. I think they're really important for women. I think it's so important to teach young women and girls that all the things that you do and are encouraged to do on the field, like be competitive and aggressive and speak candidly. And then you're told the second you get off the field to stop doing that. Like, no, port that. Yeah. This is all portable learning. And actually you should be rewarded for that in your life when you're not on the pitch.
Yeah.
So any way that I can do to support that, we've lost a little bit of the thread, I think, in youth sports about that it's supposed to be fun. And so having parents and coaches that are so intense on these kids that when I'm out there, I can sort of diffuse those situations of like, no one's going to the World Cup today, guys. This is 8th grade rec, or 8-year-old rec.
Childhood development.
Exactly. It's supposed to be fun. We're supposed, if one of them is doing cartwheels,
that's
it's okay.
That is okay.
She does a great cartwheel. Yeah, it's awesome.
So good.
And so just reminding folks that this is again supposed to be fun and we can all take it down and the 14-year-old center referee is going to miss a call or two and that's also okay. Everyone is going to walk out of here.
Going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
How can folks find you?
They can find me at the Ballers. So we have a merch that says Raimondi Park on it, and I always joke. I'm like, it's good to have your address on your hat, so if you get lost, someone can just bring you home.
Right. This is lost and found. We're going to return you.
We have lost her, and she needs to go back to her home. So Laura at OaklandBallers.com is my email. I'm also on LinkedIn as myself, and 510 Laura G is me on Instagram.
And then the Ballers account?
Oh, the Ballers account is Oakland.Ballers.
We have all of it.
We did it
so much.
Thank you. This is so great. I admire you and I admire all the work that you're doing. And so the fact that I get to know you and be here is such a treat.
Same.
Thank you.
We know each other.
I know. That is also true.
Well, I just want to remind you today and always to keeping amazing.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Well, I will do my very best to follow in your footsteps.
You don't have to. You're nailing it.
Oh, please. Thank you. This is
Laura.
So great. Thank you.
Big love and gratitude to our guests for showing up with truth, humor, and of course, humanity. If this conversation moved you, you gotta like it. You gotta share it. You have to talk about it. Bring it into your circles, spaces, and places. Because that's how change multiplies. You can catch more episodes wherever you get your podcasts and watch the full series produced by CL Media and me on the CL Media YouTube channel. Now, what is that YouTube channel? What you need to subscribe to so you can get more of this. But until next time, stay curious, find your joy, and keep being amazing.